Hello, my dear Leos. This is the Sun Woman. Thank you so much for stopping by on my channel for this month's new moon holistic tarot card readings for you. And this is going to be covering the new moon cycle between September 19th, the new moon in Virgo, to October 19th, new moon in Libra. So this 28-day cycle is one where if you set your intentions, if you plant your seeds within the week of the new moon, so we're in the middle of that right now, you have the energy of the universe, you have the energy of nature aligned with you to make those to take those steps toward whatever it is that you're looking to manifest, okay, whether it be big or small. To change something about yourself, to create a new way of thinking, to start working toward a new lifestyle or some major change that you want to see take place in your life. The new moon gives us that energy, that lunar solar energy behind us. There's a burst of energy there, and you can get yourself moving in the direction you want to be in. Now, the new moon is going to be in Virgo, and that is going to be highlighting your second house as a Leo. So you have this new situation highlighting and illuminating your second house. And your second house is the house of your finances, the house of your money, your sense of security, your resources, whatever those might be, whether they're financial resources, whether they are your own skills, your talents, your abilities. So we have paper or money resources that we use to, all of our resources are energy. Keep that in mind, okay? Money is energy, our skills are energy, our thoughts are energy, because we take those things and we manifest something. So when you pay someone for something, you are exchanging energy to manifest what it is that you desire, okay? There's an exchange there. When you are in a physical relationship with someone, you are transferring your energy, your resource of energy to that person, okay? So it's all about the resources that you have as far as the money in your account, your material goods, your material possessions, but also the resources that you were born with, your innate talents, or the resources that you have developed and honed, your skills, your abilities, whatever those might be, your experiences, okay, which are all resources for you to contribute and to create the life that you want and that you're destined for, and that you're here in this incarnation for, okay? So keeping in mind the idea about your resources, we are taking a look at the universal tarot cards I have written out here, I have laid out here, and then I've pulled a card from my new oracle deck, the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, and the card that I pulled for you is the Release card. Now, I have to tell you, this card has come out for 4 different signs. It came out for Cancer before you. It came out, I believe, for either Virgo or Pisces. I think it was Pisces. And it came out for another sign that I don't recall. So any of those signs may be significant for you. There may be a common thread connecting you and those other signs, so you might want to take a look through the other readings to see where that Release card is showing up, because there might be some common ground, or it might be significant with you and the other signs. And especially if you have, say, your sun in Leo and your rising sign is Cancer, or vice versa, or any of the other signs that have the Release card, okay? So here we are talking about your finances, your funds, and on the cards that I've laid out here for you, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pentacles, and I'm going to count this Magician reversed. Even though it's a major arcana, there is a pentacle on his table there, or her table. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentacles. So this is very much talking about your natural resources and talking about the resources that you are gaining either from your work, from other projects, from freelancing, from from your own efforts, your own energies, whereas the 8th house would be talking about resources that you have in common or are receiving from someone else, whether it's a spouse, a partner, a bank, or some kind of financing institution, okay, or even a legacy. So second house is your monies that you've created through your own transfer of energy. Now, you're coming into, it's amazing how these cards align, because you're coming into this new moon cycle with the Death card, which is, a repetition of the oracle and vice versa. You're releasing something. Something has ended. There has been the ending of a cycle in your life. You either have let something go, or a chapter has closed for you, and you are now in this first week of the cycle where you are moving out from this transformation, from this tremendous change in your life. Now, it's interesting because you have the Death card and you have the 5 of Pentacles. So, look at this storyline here. You have the Death card coming in. You have it creating drastic change, necessary change, old structures that once existed in your life, because you know what? The Hierophant is here, the Pope. And the Pope represents structures, institutions in our lives, whether they be marriages, whether they be the institution of the church, whether they are some well-established situation you've been involved with, maybe a company or some professional connection that you've made, that you've been invested in for a long time. It can even be family situations, because the family is a social structure, foundation, and institution that would fall under the Hierophant. There's a king here that is incapacitated under the death's horse's feet. So this horse has kind of trodden down and knocked down this king. So maybe there may be a significant person in your life who was of a very high, who you held high on a pedestal, who was a significant influence in your life, who is no longer there. Okay, who's no longer in your life. Maybe you have separated from a partner, or perhaps someone has passed in your life. A partner, a spouse, or even a father figure, or some significant, I feel this is male energy, okay? So some significant male energy has left your life, and now you are left here picking up the pieces of what remains. And here's that story in the 5 of Pentacles, okay? You're, you could be either one of these people, male or female, or maybe it's you and whoever is left over from this situation ending, and now you're moving forward. You've taken what belongs to you, maybe the bare essentials, and now you're moving on to somewhere else. It could be you and another partner. It could be you and a relative. It could be you and a child. Whether it's a small child, a youth, or an adult child, and you are moving on to a different life. Okay, there may be a feeling as though you don't have enough resources here, that you weren't left with enough resources. Perhaps it's a situation where someone left you and they didn't leave you with any support, okay? No money, no way to get through to the next situation. Maybe they left abruptly, and here you are with limited resources. Well, there's good news here in that I feel with the 6 of Pentacles at the base of the deck, there is help available. Okay? There are resources around you. There are people around you that are there to assist you, to give you support, to give you help. But you really only have to seek those people out. Okay? As these two people are kind of seeking, traveling and seeking help, seeking assistance, seeking shelter. So you're moving from this Pentacles to a really beautiful card here, the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands can literally mean the home or your home structure, as in your house, an apartment, your domicile where you live. So it could mean that with the Six of Pentacles here, someone is offering you shelter. They're offering you a home. They're offering you an opportunity to move into a better residential situation. So you may be moving your physical home, your location, your residence. Some of you may be moving back home. This may indicate family. Okay, so some of you may be moving back home to your parents. It may be temporary. I don't see it as a permanent situation. Whatever this is, I do feel it's a as you get yourself back on your feet type of situation. Okay, some of you could be in a situation where you have been in the process of trying to buy a house or get an apartment, and you were kind of left in a little bit of a lurch, but there may be some additional funding available to you, represented by the Six of Pentacles, which can talk about loans, mortgages, grants of some kind. So they could be home grants or residential grants. So maybe you need to just do your research to find out what additional sources of income or support and assistance there are available, because the Six of Pentacles says they are out there. You really only have to do the footwork and find those resources that are appropriate for you, or not be afraid to reach out to loved ones who have been supportive to you or who have supported you in the past in order to get that help that you need. Don't be too proud to ask for help. All right, Leo? And pride is your middle name. Okay, you are that proud Leo who is used to being on top of the world, doing things themselves, being the star of the show, being out front. Some Leos are out front, some are not. Okay, there are some shy Leos who like to stay back in, behind the scenes and just be the power and the authority and the glamour from behind the scenes, as opposed to being out and up front. However, you don't want to give the impression that you don't need help when you do need help. Everybody needs help sometimes, Leo. Okay? It doesn't matter who it is, whether it is a king or a business owner or a parent or a counselor or a doctor. It doesn't matter who it is. We all need assistance and need each other to help lift us up over and past obstacles when we're unable to do that ourselves. And then the lesson is is to turn around and help the people behind you to do the same. Bring them forward, bring them up, okay? So you will have the opportunity to do that, but it may be that this month, this is your time where you need help. Or it could be a situation where you are in the opposite position right now. You are the one giving out assistance. You are the one sharing what you have and giving freely and giving generously. And if you have the opportunity to do that, then do that freely, because the karma that you will incur, the positive, the good karma that you're going to get back from that, is going to be something that's going to sustain you and carry you through the rest of your life, especially when you need that reciprocal karma back. Okay, so if we're releasing things now, release that pride, release that attachment to things that no longer serve you, release that need to be in control, okay, and to be on top all the time, because we always have to start from somewhere, and we may not be starting from the top, maybe starting from the bottom or the middle, all right, but that doesn't mean you won't get to the The Magician is reversed here, so there's definitely some holding back of using your gifts and your talents and skills. With that lunation in the second house, we're talking about all your gifts, your resources, your personal resources. So whatever, don't be held back by perhaps trauma or lack of vision or being caught up in what has passed under the bridge or what has happened, because Death card is telling you it's a new day. It's time to move forward. It's time to move into the future. Okay? You need to evolve. That's the thing here. It's time for evolution. It's time to take the wand and the sword and the cup and the pentacle and the magic that you possess as that powerful Leo, represented and empowered by your ruler, the sun, and spread that love, spread that light and that joy that you have for living life fully and generously and in a big way. Okay? The Page of Pentacles is here, and so that again refers to some kind of blessing that's being presented to you. And this, I feel, is going to manifest sometime between October 1st and October 3rd October 1st and October 10th for you. So what is that? Well, it could be a financial offer. It could be a new job. It could be monies that you were waiting for work that you've done. It could be financial support. It could be child support. It could be alimony, spousal support. It could be a loan or financial aid or, as I said, a mortgage coming through, some kind of grant, financial grant. Okay, so keep your eyes open for that to come through. And it may come through someone of an earth sign personality. So that would be Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Okay, someone in that sign who has those signs in their chart could be significant here in presenting you with this opportunity, this financial opportunity, this financial blessing. Okay, so you want to be open to receiving that, okay, when it comes through. And I do feel that all you really have to do is just make a decision to do it. The Two of Swords is here, reversed, meaning that, you are reluctant on some level to lay down one of those swords that you may be holding up and trying to decide, well, what's my next step that I take? Okay? The Two of Swords says it's time to make a decision. If you don't make a decision, the decision may be made for you. And wouldn't you rather be in control of your own destiny, Leo? Okay? So don't leave decisions up to other people, because you might not get the result that you want if you are not actively involved in deciding what you want in your life. Okay? There may be, I said earlier, there may be children involved here. So there could be a child. Again, this could be child support strongly for some of you. Also, some of you may be going back to school, and there may be financial aid that's coming through as a result of your application for school or your matriculation in school. So that money may come through as a payment. After you pay off your tuition, then some loan or grant, the balance, you'll receive that. So it could be that, little financial nest egg. I do feel that you want to make sure that if that money comes through, that you're investing it carefully, you're investing it wisely, that you're using it wisely. Don't allow yourself to be, don't have come out of a stressful situation where you were needing resources, and then you're gifted and blessed with these resources, and then you mishandle those monies. You don't save some for a rainy day. You don't put that money into something that's going to be important for the future, or maybe even pay off a bill or something that's been hanging over you too long that you need to get rid of. Okay, so this is a time to get yourself get your financial picture in order. All right. Many of you may have come in looking for a love reading or for, any other kind of thing, but I'm telling you what the message is that's coming through the cards for you. And this is, this is something that you need to know right now. So then this may be the priority over other things at this time in your life. Queen of Pentacles is here reversed. Queen of Pentacles, again, another earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, again, can talk about someone who is a spendthrift, who wastes money, who, messes up their credit, who doesn't pay their bills, who is really all about money and kind of the outside, the accoutrements that come along with having money, but they are not taking those monies and doing the right thing with them. So again, that's a warning for you. You also may be dealing with someone like that in your life who wants to spend your money or who is reluctant to pay you what you may have given out monies or loan monies, and this person is not paying you back. So you may need to call that person out and have a conversation. And I think that if you do that, you're going to be successful in negotiating a situation that, the result is for your benefit. But don't feel as though you just don't have the energy to fight somebody for what they owe you, because that's not the right mindset. Okay, if you were generous to someone and you helped them and you are in a situation of need right now, then you are, within your rights to, to get that energy back, that financial energy back. So don't be afraid, as I said, to speak up, to make sure that you are compensated or you get back what you put out of the goodness of your heart. Okay? There may be a little delay with that, but I feel that by the last week of this cycle, say the last 7 to 10 days before October 19th, you will you'll be the winner here. You're going to get good news. Good news is going to come through for you financially. Something that you were hoping was going to happen is going to come through. And I do feel that all you have to do is kind of keep the faith a little bit longer. All right? Release your fears about being successful. Release your fear about being financially stable. What would you do if all your bills were paid and your credit was perfect and you had no financial worries? Okay, so put yourself in that mind frame. Now, if you are blessed to be in a situation where you are financially stable, then this reading for you is talking about sharing your blessings. Okay, not being too proud or too attached, which is this Queen of Pentacles. Look how she's holding on to this pentacle. Okay, she's holding on to it for dear life. You don't want to have that, energy. You want to release that pentacle out into the universe. Because as I said, that pentacle is energy. That, and we know by physics that you cannot destroy energy. Energy is in matter. They're non-destructible. They just transform into other forms. So again, what you put out is what you're going to get back. Okay? So don't be reluctant to take that step and to release your blessings, to help someone else, or to release your fear of asking for help so that you can get a foot up or a leg up over your difficulties at this time. And as I said, be in a position at some time, maybe in the near future, but maybe in the distant future, to reciprocate that energy for someone else, whether it's a loved one, whether it's a stranger, whether it's your children, your parents, your siblings, your spouse, your partner, or whether it's just your community, your immediate community, your neighborhood, city, town, or the global community. Because there are a lot of people right now who need help, who need tremendous amount of assistance. We have so much going on in the world, so many global disasters. There are a lot of people who need this Six of Pentacles energy, okay, who need someone to step up in their red robes and be generous and, give what they can give to help those who are on their knees right now because of circumstances that they find themselves in. Okay? So release that energy, Leo. Be the king and the queen that you are, because it is your legacy and it's your birthright to be that generous ruler and that royalty. That's your birthright. Okay? So sow that energy positively. All right, thank you, dear Leos. That's your message for this month. I hope you'll stop by next month for my readings then. I wish you all good things, love, peace, and joy. If you'd like a private reading with me, please contact me at the link below. And until next month, I bid you all good things, love, peace, and joy, and I bid you namaste.